Welcome, Jackdaw here, and today I am talking about the final Andromeda Initiative video, and this one's all about the Golden Worlds and what it means to be a Pathfinder. I'll also be delving into some recent news as well within the end of this video, as well as something just as special, which is from me, not BioWare, so don't get your hopes too high, but it's still something special to look forward to. But you'll just have to wait and see what that is. But anyway, onwards to the initiative video itself. This one's also rather straightforward, but there are a few things to pick up and look into. The first thing is, we got Dr. Suvi Anwar narrating this training vid, which was a total surprise in my opinion. In case you forgot or did not catch my recent voice acting casts video, Suvi is said to believe in a divine being across all of the stars and is voice acted by the beautiful Katy Townsend. As you can tell, Suvi is Scottish, so bring on the other United Kingdom accents. Upon Suvi herself, besides her accent, we got a small character profile on the side of this video, and I'll just read this one out. So, Dr. Suvi Anwar. Suvi Anwar is a member of the Nexus Science team and holds advanced degrees in astrophysics and molecular biology. In a screening interview, she stated that she was from a large, rather boisterous family of 5 children. Her neuroscientist mother and math magician father exposed her and her siblings to science from a young age, which sparked a lifelong love of the subject. Suvi declares that there was no hesitation on her part in signing up for the Andromeda Initiative once she learned of its existence, owing to a desire to see and experience more than one small corner of the vast universe. I found it interesting when it said when Suvi discovered the Andromeda Initiative. It sounds very mysterious, like she was lurking through the forest at midnight and then she just stumbled upon like a group of, like a cult of people, and it turned out to be the Andromeda Initiative. It's just the way it's stated there, but whatever. She certainly seems interesting. Now, as the Mass Effect fan I am, only one question remains for Suvi. Can we bang? Moving on, now we learn about the Golden Worlds themselves, what they are, that kind of jazz. It's really self-explanatory within this video, and I don't just want to read this out word for word, but on the side here, it basically just says that Golden Worlds are the strongest candidates for long-term survival based on a bunch of statistics for that individual species. We also learn about the Nexus upgrading here, that it requires certain materials in order to maintain functionality, and these materials are helium-free, water, ice and element 0. Now, instead of reading word for word, I'm really quite fond of the survival tone that this will add to the game. Having to maintain the Nexus and making sure it's staying afloat, it adds a really cool survival dynamic. The fact that we're going to need a new home for humanity and for each of these races is really dependent upon our success of actually maintaining this Nexus. But also, while maintaining the Nexus, the more resources we find, the more we can improve and upgrade the Nexus, as we know one of the mandatory goals of the Andromeda Initiative is to actually rebuild the Nexus as soon as we land within this new galaxy. Again, it just has that rebuilding Skyhold from Dragon Age Inquisition dynamic, that whenever we come back to the location, another part of this hub will be unlocked, and I'm really fond of that. And then within this massive text here, I'm not going to read it all out because again, it's just explaining the very basic parts of the Nexus, but it seems that Quarian explorers were vital in terms of helping the building of the Nexus. It seems that they sorted the idea of transporting all of the Nexus through FTL speeds, enabling the Nexus to actually arrive in Andromeda. So Quarians, eh? That's rather interesting, but moving on, we're now shown each of these Golden Worlds. Now, they don't name Habitat 1 here, but it looks quite a lot like Eladon, that recent planet we saw in the exploration trailer, which originally was a Golden World, but that's just a guess from me. And Habitat 2 looks glorious, though it mentions something of a gas giant. Whatever that is, sounds creepy. Either way, the planet looks beautiful. Habitat 3 we've seen very recently as that jungle planet. Good to know that it's now a Golden World. Habitat 4 just looks swell as well. It reminds me of that hovering rock planet, you know, the whole No Man's Sky planet as people seem to be calling it. And then we see Habitat 5, but who cares about Habitat 5 itself, because we hear of frigging Quarians, which we could potentially be seeing unmasked thanks to Habitat 5. Only joking, Habitat 5, we actually do care about you. But if they look anything like this, then well bang, okay? And I don't really need to say anything about Habitat 6, but it looks beautiful, and I want this world all to my rider and their love interest selves because I just love that dynamic. And then we find out more about Habitat 7. Our first destination is an actual tropical paradise, so I'll take either 6 or 7 personally, depends if Quarians actually look like that, otherwise I will spend all my time on Habitat 5. So we've actually seen Ryder across these planets within gameplay and combat. I find it very strange that us being the human Pathfinder is going to all these other alien races' golden worlds instead of just sticking to our human golden world. So that's very interesting indeed. And moving on, we just find out a bit more about the Pathfinder's roles, how we should perform, the rules and regulations, all those shenanigans that we're probably not going to follow because rules are for nerds and squares. The box here states, and I'm paraphrasing, that Pathfinders are the tip of the spear for exploring new worlds, and it's thanks to Alex Ryder's AI research that Pathfinders have some of the best training and technologies available, and they even have an AI partner that can run complex studies in seconds. So this confirms that all of the other ARC Pathfinders, the Solarians, the Turians, the Asari, etc., also have a SAM equivalent AI implant. So I'm now wondering if they straight up just have SAM, or if they have a different AI altogether, but with the same SAM mechanic. Hey, maybe they even have a female AI implant. It's probably more race friendly to them though, because not every alien race would get along with a human voice inside your head 24/7. They're probably going to have the equivalent race AI voice within that implant, but that's just a guess. And getting ahead of myself, the text just explains what Suvi is about to go into, the fact that the Pathfinders are peacekeepers and they should respect already existing alien homes, that we should pacify unforeseen threats and also make alliances with other non-hostile races if at all possible. We also have a role of solving environmental problems in an attempt to find a new home. So this all seems to fit into the viability mechanic, the idea of these activities being our main side content other than the vaults. If you want to learn more about all that side content, you should totally check out my latest exploration analysis video. We also get another little pop-up for the Pathfinders following this first contact protocol. I'm just going to read this one out. It says that in the event any member of the Pathfinder team encounters intelligent alien life, it is imperative that first contact protocols be strictly observed. The Andromeda Initiative holds the principles of peace and cooperation among other higher ideals. Aggressive actions against extraterrestrials is only permitted when hostile intent is clearly demonstrated and Pathfinder team members are at obvious risk of injury or death. But that seems to be it in terms of this last training video, sad to say. But before you go anywhere, we have some very recent news updates and I just want to quickly delve into them. I also have a special surprise for you all. So we have the first news update, which is the fact that the 10-hour EA Origin Access trial for Mass Effect Andromeda will let you play as much multiplayer as you want, but the single player is actually gated after a certain point. So people got muddled up with the idea of the multiplayer. They think that they can play the multiplayer whenever they want until the game releases, but no, you can only play the multiplayer whenever you want within the 10 hours that we're getting. You can't play it after the 10 hours is up. So you can either play 10 hours of the single player and then get to a gated point, or you can replay as a different rider, or you can then play in the multiplayer, but you can play as much as the multiplayer as you want. You are not limited within the multiplayer. That's what it means. It doesn't mean that you can continue playing after your 10 hours is up. You either choose single player and then mix it with the multiplayer, or you have to kind of mix up the two together, or just choose one, which is what I'm probably going to do. And now that we're actually talking about the multiplayer, we have actually received a few shots of the multiplayer itself. I'm not going to go into full speculation mode on these shots because there's not that much to look into other than the fact that we're getting loads of characters, some ranging from humans to Krogans, Turians, Asari, what we can expect. And we can obviously see the colour customization aspect, which is all exciting to see return. But other than that, there isn't that much to go into, and they're releasing these day by day, so if I do them all now, it's kind of pointless because I'll get another one tomorrow or the day after. So I'm just going to basically state the fact that it is looking cool, I'm excited for the multiplayer, but I mainly wanted to crack into that single player other than anything else. And the final lightning round news update is the fact that IGN, having played 10 hours of Mass Effect Andromeda, have just said that you'll want to wonder. So that is exciting. I just wanted to put that one out there just in case you all were interested. But anyway guys, I have my special little update for you guys, and it's the fact that I have literally just received 1,000 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you all, and I figured that I need to do a special celebration video. But I don't know what to do, guys. I really need your help. What should I do for my 1,000 sub special video? Should I do a Q&A? I wouldn't mind if you want me to do a Q&A. Put loads of questions in there down below in the comments. If I should do like a special maybe Mass Effect playthrough video or just something fun like that, just give me ideas. I just need loads of ideas. If you want to give me a Q&A, just put all your questions down below. I don't mind. You can totally fill my comment section to the brim with random questions. There is no holding back. I am game for any question. But yeah, I figured I might do a Q&A. It depends. I really want to know what you guys think I should do for a 1,000 sub special video. But in case you don't really know like me, then just put a question in there about anything about me, my personal life, Mass Effect Andromeda, what I'm going to do, all those shenanigans. I don't really care. You can ask me anything. But anyway guys, I have been Jackdaw. If you want to hit me up on social media, all those links are in the description below. And if you want to play some Mass Effect 3 multiplayer with me, my gamer tag is also linked down below, and you can add me on Xbox, invite me to a party, invite me to a game. No mic, I don't care. As long as we're having fun, I don't care. Also, if you want to support my Patreon, you can also do that. Those links are in the description below. But until then, I want to know what you feel about the Quarians being in Mass Effect Andromeda. I want you to give me your randomest question ever. I don't really care. You can ask me anything. And I just want to know your opinion upon the final Andromeda Initiative video. The game is so close to release. We'll be playing it in literally a week thanks to EA or Origin Access. And I want to know your opinion on Suvi. Do you think she'll be romanceable? I damn well hope so. But anyway guys, I have been Jackdaw, and I should go.